It's a podcast.
It's a
what?
podcast.
No way.
Can you believe it?
I actually can't. This is our first ever podcast.
This is the first one ever. It's the we're inventing podcasts.
Hi, this is us. We're creating a new thing. It's called a podcast.
Yeah, you may not have heard of it. You haven't heard of it because it's brand new as of now.
As of right now.
Right now.
As of 1:42. Welcome. My name's Alisha.
I'm Connor.
And we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, in a basement suite.
Yeah, it's called Basement Suite.
Podcast.
Yeah, it's just for y'all to listen to if there are any listeners. And yeah, while you're doing your daily
dues.
Daily dues. Yeah, we also got this idea from Jenna and Julian, who ironically ended their podcast the day before we're starting ours. So, yeah.
We're just carrying the torch. It's our turn in the relay race. You're welcome.
I was thinking more, it's our talking stick.
Oh, yeah. The baton that you hand off in the relay race is a talking stick.
Cool. Good. Yeah, we're gonna... Sometimes we might talk about movies and give our thoughts on them. Yeah. Like today.
Movie thoughts.
Warning, we're not professionals and have some idea what we're talking about, but most of the time, it's just two vagabonds talking about stuff that they like.
Just a couple of artsy fartsies who went to are going to have university.
Yeah. University, exactly.
Yeah. So we have thoughts that are just not necessarily... I mean, my thoughts come with a degree. So I don't know if
my thoughts actually come with your mom.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Anyways, so, yeah, we might talk about philosophy sometimes, and some questions might be raised, and we will just sit and talk about the different thoughts that we have, and that we think things.
The different thoughts that we think we've thought, but maybe have not thought that we think that we have thought.
One of those, that is an example, yes. We might also play some, fun improv games sometimes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because I like when Jenna and Julian used to do them. Those were my favorite episodes.
Yeah, they're good times.
If you don't know who Jenna and Julian are, Jenna is Jenna Marbles. She's a YouTuber,
big old, yeah.
And she's going through a little bit of a rough patch right now, and she's a very wholesome lady, and Julian is her boyfriend of 5 or 6 years, I think, and they have a very entertaining podcast together. Had past tense, oof. That is all I have to say for disclaimers and beginnings and
nice
thingamabobbers.
You nailed it.
Thank you.
Wow.
Excellent. Do we want to get on with the...
Yes, let's.
Cool.
She's drinking water. Oh my gosh, she's drinking water.
None of this will be had. Yeah, so the movie that we watched most recently in theaters...
Yes.
...is Peninsula, which is the sequel to the Korean movie Train to Busan.
Yeah.
I hope it's Korean.
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scared that I was going to be offensive.
I would have remembered if you hadn't.
Oh gosh, we're terrible people. Yeah. Let's keep living with that. Anyways, so Train to Busan. No, it's Peninsula.
Peninsula. I liked it more than Train to Busan.
Interesting.
Honestly. I liked Train to Busan quite a bit, but I think there was just a lot more for my eyes and ears and brain to latch onto in Peninsula. I don't know. Train to Busan was just a really solidly made bad time.
Yeah, it was a 10 out of 10 zombie movie. I have never seen a zombie movie that, like, I don't know, hair-raising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peninsula is just a wild ride that's, like, a lot of fun and has a lot of, like, oh, yikes moments where you're like, oh, this is, oh, no. But it's also just got a lot of parts that are just straight up hilarious and delightful.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, the introductory... The scene that introduces, like, the two kids driving around in the Range Rover.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, sideswiping zombies. That's very satisfying. Alive.
Yeah. Yeah, to say the least.
It's, yeah.
Very satisfying. Very entertaining characters, too.
Yes.
I love that family. That, like... the two girls.
Yeah.
Where, they're using a lot of, like, not unheard of comedy devices where...
No.
Like, you have the little girl being, like...
Just
a little bit like Lilo, you know?
Yeah,
from
just
Lilo and Stitch.
Like a chaos child.
Yeah, yeah. And then the older one is, like, rebellious and more angsty and...
Yeah. But is also, like, really good at what she does.
Yeah.
Like, she is an amazing driver.
Exactly. And what I liked the most about her character is that those writers have achieved the angsty, rebellious teenager without having her go out and do angsty and rebellious things.
Yeah. She's an angsty and rebellious teenager, but she's not dumb.
Exactly, yeah. Which most movies, or most zombie movies, have that one kid who is like, oh, I just hate my parents. I can't stand this anymore. I need to go for a walk, or like, yeah.
Or go talk to the White Witch.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the grandfather is just very precious.
He is very precious.
And I mean, there were a lot of like character and narrative tropes and just like little things in the movie that are very common in like anime and like Asian movies. Like the kind of crotchety but like fun and like kind of like still childlike old man is very much shows up in a lot of anime. And I mean, like you said, the chaos child.
Yeah.
There's that, as well as just like a lot of the sequences in the movie felt like they could have been animated, which is really hard to do in a live action movie. Especially like even the introductory scene of the very handsome asshole.
Oh yeah.
Where he's just like in his office staring at the poster, and like he doesn't say anything much at all, but just like those few moments where he's just like by himself tells us like pretty much all we really need to know about his character.
Correct.
And maybe if it were in an animated show, we might like hear some sort of like internal monologue. But even though we didn't hear that, we still kind of got a good handle.
Overall like understanding.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took a second to yawn. I'm not bored.
Neither am I.
I think my eyes are just watery and I'm comfortable.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm okay.
Everything is fine.
I hate when people do that.
Yeah,
it makes
me
me
too.
So angry.
Yeah. You're either fine or you're not.
Yeah. Stop being a bullshit.
Just yeah.
Cool. Peninsula.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree with everything that you're saying. The character things. 100% yes.
Yeah.
I love what they did with the main guy too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they achieved what they achieved that like heroic guy kind of energy with very little dialogue.
Yes. Yeah, he doesn't say much.
No.
Yeah.
But just like his actions, like what he does throughout the movie, and I mean the very end obviously, which I don't know. Are we gonna spoil it?
I don't.
Let's not.
I mean, we've been pretty vague so far.
Yeah.
Because y'all should go see this movie.
Please do.
As long as if you're going to see it in a movie theater, like, be smart, wear a mask, wash your hands.
Wear a mask.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry I'm yawning. I don't know
It's
why.
okay.
I'm just
I don't know why I haven't yawned yet.
Okay.
In response.
I know. Weird. Yeah, I think I'm just nervous.
That's totally
and my
fine.
body doesn't know how to,
Yeah.
respond.
Yeah. Right, yes. The main character. I like the fact that he was able to be a hero and do the things that he, as a character, felt he needed to do without also abandoning all sense. Like, he was very heroic, but not at the expense of knowing what he can and should or should not do.
Yeah.
Like, practically.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I liked. That's what I liked about Train to Busan, is the fact that, like, they're not only characters that you care about, but you care about them because they're also really smart.
Right.
And they do things that make sense. And, like, there were so many parts in Train to Busan where they'd, like, show something that they had set up on the train, and I'd be like, oh, good. I'm so glad they did that. Like, that makes sense. And it's a good plan. Rather than, like, you watch a zombie movie and they're, like, all cooped up and you're like, okay, are you guys secure? Like, have you boarded up any doors? What's going on? I feel like you don't actually care all that much.
Right, yeah.
But the fact that they're actually, like, trying to set up all of these smart little, like, traps and barricades and things makes you that much more concerned. Because you know that because it's a zombie movie, some of those barricades are still going to come down.
Right. It's believable.
Yeah. It's
taking, like, a very not realistic creature and turning the fear into something, like, everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a way that's incredible. Like, I personally don't find zombies scary at all. Like in Western movies.
Yeah,
because
like
they
your
walk
traditional,
slowly and they're just, man, like,
they're
what you
dumb.
doing? Yeah, they're dumb. But they, Train to Busan and Peninsula, altered these zombies in a way that makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
I absolutely hated them, which is what I loved.
Speaking of which, like, I freaking applaud all of the actors that played the zombies in both of these movies. Because, like, they're, like, there's a part of me that feels like they just hired a bunch of, like, contemporary dancers to play these zombies. Because the way that they move is so unsettling and weird and perfect.
Absolutely. And, like, the makeup team, obviously.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because of just how gory everything was. And yeah, so if you guys haven't seen the movie, they are very different from Western zombies in Western movies.
Yeah.
Like, these are zombies that run really, really quick.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I haven't seen The Walking Dead, so I don't know what those
neither.
zombies are like. I feel like
I just assume they're not like these kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also they're just so gory, and they're like, their arms are flailing about when they're running.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that image of just like it made me feel like they were a parasite, like, which is what made me think of that movie. What made me think of Parasite. If Parasite were about parasites, this is the movie that it would be.
Right.
You know, like the scene where the car scene, the whole movie basically. No, but the one car scene where I don't remember who it was, but someone opens the door. I think it's near the very end. They open the door to block the zombies from running towards them.
Yeah.
And they just pile up.
Yes.
Like, just like, they're
just
reducing
together.
They're not human anymore.
No.
But I know they're humanoid creatures, but they're taking that humanoid creature concept and friggin' pushing it the way down.
Yeah.
And turning them into they're creatures now. They're not, yeah.
Because the main, like, kind of the main horror of zombies, like, the main thing that makes them scary is that there's so many of them. Mm-hmm. So, like, utilizing that kind of, like, collective threat, as well as the fact that they don't really have any sort of, like, conscious thought. Like using using them as a group in whatever manner makes sense.
Right.
Like, there's the part where the guy like shines a light on like a collapsed train tunnel or whatever, like a storage carrier, and he just shows that the thing is just packed with zombies.
I love that a lot.
You're not afraid of each individual zombie. Like, yeah, they're scary when you give them a closer look. But the main horror is that there's so many of them just in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do think that
It kind of it made me think of the movie like the film version of World War Z. In the sense that World War Z tried to do the same thing, but just did it, and they kind of ended up doing it too much. Where, like, you've got this shot of, like, a pile of, like, millions of zombies piling on top of each other to create, like, a zombie ladder over this giant wall.
Yeah.
And the scale of it just kind of defuses the horror of it. Because it just kind of becomes a little silly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Those
that can
were my
obviously
feelings.
change.
Yeah. Whereas in this case, it's just like a bunch of like isolated incidents of like, there's a bunch of zombies falling off a bridge and now they're piling up where they're landing. So now you gotta be worried about where they're landing. Because there's now a pile of zombies right there.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested.
I mean,
I would like to watch World War Z.
It's not great.
No?
No. For the reason that I think they went a little bit too large scale with it. Yeah. I mean, I remember it's a zombie movie, so there are parts of it that are a fun ride. But I've never felt the need to watch it a second time.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I would watch Peninsula again.
Me too.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very glad I showed you Train to Busan because
I'm very glad for this as well.
Yeah, there's just I love those zombies. I love just
My
they're
children.
so cool. My sons. They're very, very cool, and I don't know. I could turn it into like a movement piece, you know.
Yeah.
And very easily, like you were saying, like I'm pretty sure they hired, contemporary dancers.
Yeah.
Because of how much, like, yeah, they're just, I don't know how to describe them. They're just so visceral and, like, nasty. And
there was one part that, like, because it was really the only part that had this problem, but there was one part where I was like, I don't feel like this is how the people would interact with this situation. Or, like, it's right near the beginning of the movie. They're on the boat, and there's one dude who is very clearly, like, acting up and making zombie, like, snorts and grunts.
Yeah.
And no one else is paying attention to him. Like, this is a world that is already aware of a zombie virus.
So you didn't understand why they did that?
I just felt like it was not very realistic that this group of people in this room would not, like, take immediate action as soon as they notice that this person is acting up.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Living in friggin' the world of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you feel bad as, like, sneezing.
Exactly.
Because you feel like everyone on the train with you is suddenly going to glance at you and be like, have you got it? Yeah. And that's COVID. This is a zombie virus.
The stakes are not as high as they should be.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
I agree.
I forgave the movie for this scene. Of course, because the rest of it
made up.
Yeah. I love different people's ideas of what post-apocalyptic society looks like. This wasn't, zombie movies aren't necessarily always post-apocalyptic, but this had a little bit of that in the whole group with the the militia in the mall kind of group.
Yep.
And just, like, I felt gross in all of those parts with those people.
Yep.
Not just because of the things that they have people do. I'm going to remain vague because the things, I hadn't seen the trailer, so maybe they reveal that stuff.
Probably.
They show a bit of that in the trailer.
Yes they do.
Yeah. So, like, the part where they have people fighting zombies just for entertainment was really very fun. I don't know how much of a substantial, like, commentary on society it is, but I thought it was a fun thing to have in the movie.
Yeah. I enjoyed it too.
Like, it was just the kind of thing where you, as soon as you realize what's happening, you're like, oh shit.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Here we go. Yeah.
So.
I had the same energy. Agreed.
Yeah.
As of what was I gonna talk about? I can't remember.
Zombies.
Oh,
zombies.
Society.
Ah, yes. We live in one.
Oh, we do live in one. I like their commentary on. Sorry, excuse my yawn. I'm nervous.
It's okay. It's a podcast.
It's been happening, like it happened before. When I went to my counselor one time and she asked me something that I hadn't been asked before, while I was trying to answer it, like, it was like maybe 2 sentences, but I yawned 16 times.
Oh.
It was, I can't. It makes me very, very nervous. Yeah.
Wow. Society.
Society. What about it? Is whack. No, but okay. I like what they did with how just how that whole hierarchy will always take place no matter what kind of
like, no matter what the circumstances are.
Like, there will always be
there's not necessarily a natural hierarchy, but there will always be people trying to establish a hierarchy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there will always be a higher power. Which more often than not, it will be gruesome. and
Yeah.
nasty. And I'm just thinking of Parasite. Like, it won't,
Sure.
you know, it won't seem that they're, like, nasty. Which is, you know, the wealthy family and everything.
Yeah.
But they're indirectly nasty. Because there's people who are trying to feed off of them.
There's also, I mean, there are a couple moments where they're pretty nasty. Like the husband is a generally pretty nasty guy. Yeah. But Parasite is a whole other podcast.
It's a whole other podcast. We should talk about that one too.
We could.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I would have to watch it again just
Me
to
too.
catch stuff.
Oh, I love Parasite.
Yeah. Relating to this very good Korean movie. And I mentioned this like right as when we were leaving the theater. There are some bits that they worked in there that are kind of a commentary on the way the Asian people have been treated during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the associations that have been unfairly made with them.
It's a Chinese virus.
Exactly.
You know, kind of thing. Yeah, it is. It's very similar to that, actually.
Yeah.
And the way that they've just been, like when in Hong Kong, they just treated people from Korea very, very unfairly. And like in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of the narrative that follows the one friend, like the friend of the main character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's kind of what his whole journey is regarding, I feel like. It's hard to talk about these things while not giving spoilers.
I know.
Thing. But
You
I feel like we've said enough things that hopefully you'll want to see the movie, because it's just, even if you don't like zombie movies, there's just so much fun stuff.
Honestly, it is a horror movie.
Sure.
I was scared.
Yes. There are scary parts.
Yes. It was also like on the big screen, so added the spook factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think we gave enough thoughts about what we think.
I agree.
Do we want to move on to something else?
Yeah, what's next on the docket?
We could play an improv game.
Let's do that.
Yeah?
I didn't realize that we didn't have a set
Oh, we do. I just didn't bring it up.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to play Snake Oil.
Oh, nice.
So we go to... I want you to do this on your laptop, too.
Okay.
Go to a random word generator.
Okay.
Okay, so for those... While Connor's doing that, for those of you who don't know what this game is...
Explanation over. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Basically, we go into this randomwordgenerator.com, hit 2 words, and it generates 2 random words. So let's do that. I have blind and patience. And what I do is turn that into a product.
Yeah.
And try to sell it to Connor.
Yeah.
And he has to ask me questions about it. The rules are that, so that it's funny, we have to add 1 defect.
Right.
1 defect, and 1 selling point.
Yes.
Like, yeah. And then if Connor asks me questions about it, I try to get him to invest in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Cool.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna slightly tweak one of these words.
Cool.
Have you ever been going about your daily life and just wish that you had a bunch of people around you to tell you what you should be thinking about and and what your future might hold for you based on the day you were born. Introducing horoscope following.
Okay.
We've hired a number of...
Horoscope following?
Yes.
Cool.
We've hired a large number of actors that we will send to you to just hang out with you, and if you're ever trying to make a decision, you talk to your horoscope following, and they, based on what your horoscope reading is for the day, will advise you on your decisions so that your decisions are in accordance with the cosmos.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. So I'm not a particularly skeptical person.
Good.
Yeah. I like this idea. I like this.
Plus, you have people that act like they're your friends, and what more could you really ask for?
Yeah, I'm friendless.
Good.
Yeah. How much are you looking for me to invest?
Well, if you invest $500, we will send a small child to you who will his entire quest in life is to find the real life version of whatever sign you are.
Okay.
So what's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
So I don't remember what Virgo is.
I don't either. Virgos just are more organized and
what's hang on.
organized like
Virgo's symbol is the maiden. This child is gonna go out and he's gonna find you a maiden.
Wow.
And he will not stop. This is what you get if you invest. As far as hiring the actual horoscope following, our rates depend on the size of the group that you would like to follow you around. Minimum is 3 people, which starts at around $1,000.
Wow.
For a month.
Per month.
Per month.
That's more than rent.
Yeah. It costs a lot to give you advice straight from the cosmos to a group of people to you.
I don't think, unfortunately, I'm going to invest in that because as of now I am a student and
if you had a horoscope following with you, you would know not to do that.
Oh, I'm okay for whatever the world wants to bring on to me for right now.
Let's find out.
No.
I'm kind of curious now.
What?
Virgo horoscope for today. We're just gonna Virgo horoscope today. August 18th, 2020.
Amazing.
Do your best to stay cool and calm when the drama erupts.
Ooh.
If you stay objective about what's going on, you'll find it easy to turn away from it all and stay unaffected and happy in your own little world. It's too soon to tell where this soap opera is headed.
Wow.
So wait until the dust settles and deal with the outcome then. You shouldn't be one of the main players. You owe nothing to anyone but yourself.
Okay.
Remember that if someone tries to get you to both sides.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's no wild drama in my life right now, or
No.
I don't think anyone's gonna approach me with their drama.
But if there is, oh boy,
oh no,
don't you know what to do now?
Yeah, I do.
Vaguely.
Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
For your
that
product.
reading was free.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
You should have charged
Free
me for
charge.
it.
Free charge.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my turn now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Hey! No way.
Yeah, dude.
Which are they?
Older brother and a younger sister.
Interesting. Have you just ever had someone, I mean, I'm assuming you're a middle child.
Yes.
Yeah.
That by the logic of the siblings.
Older brother and younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, cool, awesome. So yeah, you're a middle child. Wow, that must be hard for, to take initiative and do things by yourself.
I mean, no.
Oh.
That's literally what it's helped me do, is because people just kind of leave me alone.
I mean, yes, of course.
Because they just kind of
because
forget I exist.
you have, yikes. But because you're being left alone, you do need that, like, person with you to sort of guide you through life and everything,
Sure. That would have been nice.
Yeah. And to be not shunned from the world, almost. Now introducing Initiative Sister. So this is a sister that we will give you. Like a person. Who you can rent. To take initiative for you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. This is just a sister that nags me?
Yeah. Nags you to, you already have that.
I already have that.
No, but not nags you, but does things with you,
Okay.
Gives you that little extra push and takes initiative to achieve your dreams with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and this is an hourly service.
Okay.
So if you would like your initiative sister, for 4
An
hours.
An afternoon.
It's minimum wage, so
okay.
Yeah, so it's like you'd be paying $45 for 3 hours.
Nice. I'm glad that all of my money goes straight to the initiative.
It does,
sister.
yeah. And then she can use that to help you.
So wait,
ultimately.
if the initiative sister gets all of the wages that I am paying for her, how do you profit?
I don't. This is I just create the app.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
How very not capitalist of you.
I know. I play piano at church. Anyways, yeah. So I just make the app, and I have it's like Lyft. So a bunch of people sign up, and to be your initiative sister.
Nice.
And you could just order one whenever you'd like, in the closest one.
Oh, so it's like an Uber thing.
Yeah.
But for sisters.
Yes.
Can they all drive?
Yeah.
Can they drive me places?
You have to have a registered driver's license.
I do?
No, like the sisters.
Oh.
To sign up.
Okay. I would love to invest.
Yeah.
What do I get if I invest?
So, unfortunately, there is one defect. We're still working on this.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say
I
the defect for the horoscope.
We are working on this. All of our sisters, as of now, are 80-year-old women. So your assistants might be a bit slow, and the age gap is, prevents them from being like your biological sister or whatever, or seem like one.
Yeah.
We are 80-year-old women have a lot of time on their hands.
Of course.
And we just get people from old folks' homes to take part.
Wow.
Yeah. So if we just want you to invest $1 million so that we can find a way to increase our marketing scope and find people of younger.
I see. You need $1 million for that?
Well, we need $1 million to broadcast this and market it.
How are you broadcasting it?
Everywhere.
How?
Radio.
Oh.
And we're going to set up billboards.
Okay.
All of that. All of those things. Yeah.
I don't know if I can provide you the full $1 million.
Oh. Shit. Please?
Let me check my pockets.
Okay.
No, sorry.
Oh no.
I can't do it. But I might end up, signing up for a initiative.
Okay,
sister
that's
at some
good to
point.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Just to see what the service is like.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
This time I'm gonna do
the defect.
Yeah. Do you feel tired?
All the time.
Do you feel like you just don't want to keep working in this nightmarish post-capitalist world?
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Do you feel the inevitability of aging and death growing ever more apparent and imminent as time marches on?
Wow, yes. I feel that exactly.
Let me introduce you to Start Retiring.
Wow.
Start Retirement.
Wow. Cool.
It's a service that helps you start retirement.
Okay.
We have it's a very holistic service. Mm-hmm. We provide retired mentors to help you through the retirement process. We have financial advisors. We have spiritual advisors. We've actually partnered with horoscope following for this.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a very lucrative business deal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's just like it's a counseling service to help you transition into retirement. Yeah.
And so I'm 19 years old. Mm-hmm. Why are you telling me this?
Because in the world we live in, young adults feel much more like seniors. You know, we're sitting in our living rooms watching television or our equivalent of daytime television, YouTube. We're knitting, we're cross stitching, we're playing video games. We're
old souls.
We're old souls. And so I think that our career opportunities should reflect that.
Okay.
And I think there should be a service around to provide that help.
Okay.
If you just decide, you know what, screw it, I'm retiring at the ripe age of 19. That's an option.
Wow.
There is one hang-up.
Okay.
All of our retired mentors have died.
Oh gosh.
We'll still set up meetings with them.
Wow. Oh, no.
They just might not have much to say.
Wow. Okay. That's terrible.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was all on the same day.
Oh god.
The frick? They just all died of old age on the same day.
Oh my word. Okay.
Are you interested?
Yes. I'm not going to actually take part in your business.
Okay.
But I would like to invest $6.
Is there a specific way that you would like these $6 spent?
No.
Okay.
You take these $6 and have at it.
Okay.
Seize the world. Your
nice.
Oyster is the world.
Nice. That's what my grandpa always told me before he died, just the other day.
Yikes, that's terrible. Yeah, so I'm not going to invest any more than that.
Okay.
And I'm not going to, because I'm 19 and have my life ahead of me.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you keep thinking that.
Yes. Cool.
Great.
Okay, it's my turn.
I got darker than I expected it to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Have you ever had breakfast?
Once or twice in my life.
It's bland, isn't it? It's like, it's not like a great meal to wake up to, and it's not when you're cooking for yourself.
I don't know what kind of breakfast you're making.
I have oatmeal.
I love breakfast.
Okay.
I make eggs and sometimes sausages, and I have coffee, and sometimes I get those like big chunky circular muffins that you can get from Superstore, where you think you can eat a whole one, but you get like 3/4 of the way in. You're like,
and then you give it to your girlfriend, and she eats the rest.
Exactly.
That happened before. Well, okay. All those things that you're saying right now, sausage and eggs and breakfast, is expensive.
Yes.
It amounts to a lot.
It piles up.
Yeah. What our company does is we find a way to mail you your own little kit of breakfast.
A breakfast kit.
A breakfast kit, but it'll cost you $2 per breakfast.
Okay.
So instead of like $15 at like Denny's or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
Thank you. It's called economic breakfast.
I like it. What does each economic breakfast include?
So that's actually our defect. We're working on this.
Oh no.
We just have one rice.
It's just rice.
Rice cake. Just one rice cake. There are several other compartments in the thing. We're only just able to fill up the rice cake portion for now.
Oh no.
Which is why we're asking for maybe $2,000 to $3,000 from you.
What kind of foods are you looking to fill the other compartments with?
So eggs, bacon.
Nice. Those are both breakfast foods. Nice.
Yeah. Rice cake, milk, and a little coffee packet.
Nice.
Yeah. Like a ready-made coffee thing.
Okay. Personally, I'm not a huge rice cake guy. So I don't think I'm gonna invest.
No. See, that's great. That's the great thing about our things.
Oh.
You can have your meal custom made for you.
Oh.
So you can pick and choose what you'd like in your breakfast.
Right. But you only currently have rice cakes available.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm not going to invest at this time.
Why?
Because I don't like rice cakes.
Wait, please. Please?
I'm thinking about it now. Now that you've said please twice. I've thought about it. And I think I'm not going to invest.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'll think about it again once you've got a bit more variety.
Okay.
But until then, I'll just be making my own breakfast.
I'm sorry for wasting your time. And then I slammed the door on the way out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's an oof, as they call it in the industry.
Yeah.
In the breakfast industry.
For the next one, I think we should introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time for like one more round.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hello, my name is Skip Skiplin.
Wow. Why the weird name?
Because I'm a sailor.
Okay.
And let me introduce you to the newest, most exciting cruise adventure that you've ever heard of ever. If you think you've heard of a more exciting cruise adventure, you're dead wrong, and you should feel bad.
Okay.
What goes best with the cruise? Whatever you're thinking is incorrect. It's board games.
Wow.
Welcome to Game Voyage.
Oh, I like that. I love the sound of that.
The first ever board and card game cruise liner.
Interesting.
Every room, every like like sleeping room or bedroom is stocked full of a large selection of board games and card games so that you can play in the comfort of your own bedroom. But also there are communal playing rooms where you can sit down with like-minded gamers. That's what we call them.
Gamers.
Yeah. And learn some new games that other people have brought along. You are able to bring your own games from home if you would like. This entire business model was created pre-COVID.
Wow, yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. We do have a video gaming section. It's very popular. And yeah, it's just we travel to a variety of destinations. We have a Mediterranean cruise.
Wow.
We have an Alaska cruise.
So I'm guessing because of the time that they have on their hands, this is mostly for old people. Or
no, because we also we try to keep our game rosters updated. In our selections, so we have a lot of like very complex RPGs and like other tabletop games. The problem is we've lost all of our dice.
Oh no!
We don't.
Wow.
They fell off the table at some point. We haven't seen them since.
Oh my gosh! Can't you just go buy more dice?
We're on a boat.
Oh. Okay. I'm actually willing to invest, and I will give you more dice.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I will buy them in bulk from eBay.
Yes.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for polyhedrons?
Yeah. Just dice? If you could buy like 200 6-die sets, that would be perfect. Maybe like 10 extra D6s.
Cool. I will. Yes, I'm going to invest my entire bank account into this.
Fantastic.
Thing. I love this idea.
It's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Skip1.
You're welcome.
We should get married sometime.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. All right. Okay. Cool. Do you just love waiting in lines? 'Cause same.
It's my favorite thing ever.
Hi. My name is Ronaldson. And I have a grand idea for you.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to look up what this word is.
What word are you looking at?
I can't tell you that.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, you love waiting in lines.
Of course.
And it helps you actually burn calories the longer you stand.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just a fun way to, like be on your phone while also losing weight because it's hot in this room.
It's my favorite kind of exercise.
Yeah.
It's just standing still.
Exactly. We are introducing to you the Wait franchise. Yeah. So what you get to do...
Is this spelled W-A-I-T?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wait while you lose weight.
Wow.
I know. That's our mom.
That's our mom.
That's our mom. Yeah, so what you do is this is basically a room that is disguised as a McDonald's.
Oh.
And so...
Does it function as a McDonald's?
Yeah.
Nice.
Except you can't order food.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't function as a McDonald's.
No, I mean, it has McDonald's.
But you can't buy McDonald's.
No.
Which is the function of a McDonald's.
It smells like a McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're getting, like, the smell.
You get the atmosphere.
Yeah. It's a hot room where you just go and stand and wait. it smells like a McDonald's. And looks like McDonald's, so people don't think you're going in to like lose weight or whatever.
They just think you're going to McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. The exact opposite.
Wow.
And
your name is making a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And you just stay there for some time, and you can burn like 200 calories just standing up, being on your phone.
And then you can go to McDonald's.
Then you can go to McDonald's, and it's like you never ate anything ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just looking for a space right now to set up. So we can, like show people what our business is all about. The only issue is we don't have doors.
Okay.
We have 4 or 5 whole franchises, like not like buildings up.
Sure.
Our stores are up. We just don't have doors in them.
Oh.
So, a lot of people come in.
Have you considered like a beaded curtain? Or
we just kind of forgot about doors.
Or maybe those plastic flappy things.
The flappy things.
No.
It does. So the unfortunate thing is that because we don't have doors, we can't quite regulate security, and people often sit down.
Which is not allowed.
No.
I don't know if I want to invest, but I would love to volunteer as a room bouncer.
Oh.
I'll stand and I'll stand there and make sure that no one sits down.
Cool. I would love for you to do that.
Perfect.
Sorry, I glitched just then.
It's okay. We all do.
Yeah.
Nice. Pleasure. Business doing pleasure with you.
Business doing pleasure with you as well, sir.
And I think that's all we need.
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you for listening to our nonsense podcast.
I feel good about this.
I also feel good about this.
Got some good juju going.
We'll have something more entertaining and more prepared and organized next time.
Will we?
Maybe. And depending on what my brain is feeling like.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to release these like once every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. If you are listening, we appreciate you and your time.
Yeah. Do we want to plug anything like Scoop Date or?
We could.
So we also do YouTube videos. This isn't a YouTube video. Don't be confused. We play horror games on my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Tall lanky guy.
Yeah. So if you're looking for more content with the two of us, maybe check it out. And hit subscribe to this channel if you want more podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for listening, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.